Welcome back to another playoff game breakdown. Today we are looking at the infamous 2017 season. If you'd like to skip to the historic World Series Game 5 breakdown, go ahead and skip the season recap. But first, we look at the Dodgers. The Los Angeles Dodgers were a force in the NL West, winning an MLB-leading 104 games en route to their fifth straight division title. Their roster was stacked with the ERA champion and second in Cy Young voting, Clayton Kershaw, and reliever of the year / fifth in Cy Young voting, Kenley Jansen. Their pitching was enough to make all opposing teams shake a little bit, and with an offense headed up by Rookie of the Year Cody Bellinger, Yasiel Puig, Corey Seager, and Justin Turner, the offense was nothing to scoff at either. Throw in Yu Darvish, Hyunjin Ryu, Julio Urias, Alex Wood, this team really had it all. But the Astros, though, they had this guy, Jose Altuve, 5'6", 167 pounds of pure Major League Baseball player. This guy went insane, hitting back-to-back batting titles, 4 straight Silver Slugger awards, the Hank Aaron Award. He played 153 games, getting a Major League leading 204 hits, beating out the rookie Aaron Judge for MVP. They improved massively from the previous season, going from 84 to 101 wins. Kinda helps to trade for Justin Verlander at the deadline. The problem with Houston, however, is that they were kind of actively cheating. Were they the only ones? Probably not. Many players have spoken out about it since then. For example, Logan Morrison said, "I know from first-hand accounts that the Yankees, Dodgers, Astros, and Red Sox all have used film to pick signs." Joey Votto said, "The idea that they," referring to the Astros, "were the only one doing something wrong just baffles me." Lucas Giolito said, "Based on everything I've heard, it was like all the teams that were in the postseason that year were doing the same stuff." If you're interested in how the cheating took place and the quote-unquote punishments, since there were basically none, go check out another video by another awesome content creator explaining that, but that's not why I'm here today. The playoffs commence and the Dodgers play the Arizona Diamondbacks in LA for Game 1. Justin Turner goes deep to put the Dodgers up and they never looked back, taking the 9-5 lead and securing the Game 1 win. A nice outing from Kershaw and Jansen. Game 2 goes the Dodgers' way as well, and they head to Arizona where Yu Darvish throws 5 innings, striking out 7 as the Dodgers beat Arizona 3-1 and move on to the NLCS against the Cubs. Chris Taylor and Yasiel Puig go deep for the Dodgers as they take Game 1, and Game 2 ends with a walk-off home run for Justin Turner in the bottom of the 9th inning as the teams go to Chicago for Game 3. This game is the Kike Hernandez game. He goes deep in the 2nd inning, he hits a grand slam in the 3rd inning, and for good measure, he becomes the 11th player to ever hit 3 home runs in one playoff game and tied the record for most RBIs in a single playoff game at 7, which hadn't happened since 1999. They would lose Game 4 but absolutely rout the Cubs in an 11-1 Game 5 victory to win the pennant for the first time since 1988. Altuve goes deep and Justin Verlander gives Houston a stellar start to the ALDS. Game 2 goes to Houston too, and we head to Boston where the Red Sox win Game 3. In Game 4, Justin Verlander comes in relief and immediately gives up the go-ahead home run to Andrew Benintendi, but they fight back as Alex Bregman ties the game in the top of the 8th. The Astros then take the lead, and Ken Giles closes the game to advance to the ALCS against the Yankees. Keuchel starts Game 1 and puts on a pitching clinic. He threw 7 innings and struck out 10 Yankee batters. Carlos Correa breaks the scoreless tie, and Houston takes a 2-0 lead into the 9th. Ken Giles hiccups to Greg Bird, but he gets the 5-out save, and the Astros take Game 1. We start Game 2, and it's all going Houston's way as Correa goes deep to break the tie, and Justin Verlander decided he wasn't going to let Dallas Keuchel outpitch him, and he throws a complete game, striking out 13, only giving up 5 hits and 1 run. The game tied in the bottom of the 9th, Correa stays hot and gets the walk-off double to take a series lead of 2-0. To New York, and the Yankees flip the switch. They decide they'd like to start playing baseball. With home runs from Frazier and Judge, along with some impressive defensive plays by Judge in right field, the Yankees win Game 3, 8-1. Game 4 was scoreless in the 6th until Yuli Gurriel clears the bases. The Astros try and hold on in the 8th, but the Yankees take the lead, and fireballer Aroldis Chapman gets the save to tie the series at 2. The Yankees look to continue winning in Game 3 and remember that Dallas Keuchel is a human being and brush off the Game 1 struggles. They score 4 off of him. Gary Sanchez goes deep and Japanese pitcher Masahiro Tanaka strikes out 8 over 7 innings as New York takes a 3-2 series lead. Justin Verlander, however, isn't going to let his season end here as he continues his domination of the Yankees lineup, pitching another stellar 7 innings, striking out 8, giving him 16 innings and 18 strikeouts, giving up only 10 hits and 1 run in 2 outings this series. Houston's offense would explode for 7 runs, and they'd force a Game 7 at home. Charlie Morton starts the game for Houston, and he strikes out 5, giving up 2 hits through 5 innings. Judge saves a home run in the second, but Houston takes a 4-0 lead into the second half of the game, where Lance McCullers Jr. pitches the remainder, getting a 12-out save, striking out 6, only giving up 1 hit in the combined 3-hit shutout, sending the Houston Astros to the World Series, where they meet the Los Angeles Dodgers. The World Series gets underway with a bang as Chris Taylor hits a leadoff homer and Alex Bregman ties the game in the 4th. Clayton Kershaw would outlast his opponent Dallas Keuchel, however, and Justin Turner hits a go-ahead 2-out home run in the 6th. Jansen shuts the door and the Dodgers win Game 1. I almost decided to break down Game 2 of this series as it too turned out to be one for the history books. 14 total pitchers used, and the Astros out-hit the Dodgers 14-5 in what ultimately ends up a 1-run game, solely because 4 of the Dodgers' 5 hits were massive clutch home runs, 2 of them off the red-hot Justin Verlander. Kenley Jansen blows his 2nd save all year, and Altuve and Correa go back-to-back in extras. The Dodgers tie it again in the bottom of the 10th, and Springer goes deep to take a 2-run lead. The Dodgers almost tie it again, but ultimately fall short, losing Game 2, sending the series to Houston for Game 3, tied at 1 apiece. Game 3 would go the Astros' way as Yu Darvish struggled and George Springer almost burst the game wide open, just narrowly missing a grand slam which would have put Houston up by 6. The 2-run lead would prove to be enough, however, as Brad Peacock gets himself a multi-inning save for the Astros, securing 11 outs and the 2-1 series lead. Game 4 ended up tied in the 9th, where Cody Bellinger gets the party started and the Dodgers score 5 runs. Bregman would take Jansen deep, but the game goes to the Dodgers and the series is all tied at 2-2.
Tonight is a rematch of Game 1 out in Los Angeles last Tuesday. A pair of left-handers that were outstanding. But Dallas Keuchel made a couple of mistakes.
Here it is, Game 5 of the World Series, tied 2-2 in Houston. Dallas Keuchel looking to add to his resume at home this season. Chris Taylor steps into the box as the first batter of the game.
Best winning percentage in baseball, and that's right up the middle. Taylor is on to start the night for the Dodgers.
After a check swing from Corey Seager to work a full count, he strikes out looking on a fastball. That lefty-lefty matchup worked well for Keuchel. Justin Turner's up next. He's having a good postseason. We have a battle of the beards going on. Turner's going to draw a walk, and we take a look at the Houston defense, a solid defensive lineup. Kike Hernandez is going to draw a 4-pitch walk, and that's going to load the bases for Rookie of the Year, Cody Bellinger. Look at the fingers on the side of the ball for that nasty slider from Keuchel.
That's into left to base hit. 1 run scores. Gonzalez can't come up with it. Turner scores, and it's 2-0 LA.
Logan Forsythe starts the scoring for the Dodgers, but the costly error in left field causes 2 runs to score instead of 1.
Gonzalez touches the ball here. I mean, he's not even at third base.
Next up is Yasiel Puig, hitting .311 in the playoffs. He takes a pitch inside a good 2 or 3 inches for strike 2. Not the last time this game the home plate umpire will make a questionable call. And the Astros pick off Forsythe, but the error from Gurriel means he's safe at second base.
And the Astros are going to look at it.
The Astros challenge, but he's safe at second. Puig takes pretty much the same pitch, which is a ball this time, and grounds out to end the first. 3-0 Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw takes the mound for the Dodgers and quickly gets George Springer to ground out to the third baseman for out number 1. Then in a 2-2 count, he gets a fly ball out of Alex Bregman for out number 2. MVP Jose Altuve is up next, and he strikes out swinging on a high fastball to end the first. Innings 2 and 3 go fairly quickly as Dallas Keuchel decides to settle in and get himself 3 quick outs in succession. Kershaw does the very same and gets another 3 quick outs for his team. Keuchel comes back out, does the same thing. Kershaw ends up with a runner on first and gets a double play. You can see how well the Dodgers infield turns that double play, and Kershaw gets the last out on a ground ball to end the third.
Shows bunt tick.
Outside. No. Outside.
Checked it. 2-2.
Tell you what, the left-handed hitters have done a nice job just kind of holding up on that pitch that sweeps away.
Cody Bellinger is rung up on the same pitch that was called a strike to Yasiel Puig. The movement on Keuchel's pitches are fooling these hitters and the home plate umpire. I wouldn't underestimate the power of a great framing job though. Look, he sets up outside and Keuchel hits his glove perfectly for strike 3. Back up to the plate is Logan Forsythe, the one who started all the scoring. He takes a pitch outside, takes a pitch inside, and then he battles some more, and he gets more pitches, and eventually he's going to hit a ball over the head of George Springer for a double. That's going to put him in scoring position with 1 out. All he had to do was battle, fight off those tough pitches on the inside, the outside, with 2 strikes, and he ended up seeing a good pitch to hit. A couple of good blocks by Brian McCann is going to keep him at second base, though. And we get another inside strike called to Yasiel Puig, who must be getting frustrated at this point and needs to adjust if he's going to make an impact. Now he swings at one that I think he feels like he has to swing at because he doesn't want that to be called strike 3 this time around. He has to swing, but he just gets choked up inside and he can't make contact.
A strike, and now a shot into left field. This ball is down in front of Gonzalez. In to score is Forsythe, and it's 4-0 Dodgers.
Harrison Barnes makes it 4-0 Dodgers, and Altuve cannot make the play on the grounder up the middle, so the Astros decide to pull Dallas Keuchel after 86 pitches and 4 2/3 innings to bring in Luke Gregerson. A ball in the dirt and very heads-up base running from Harrison Barnes allows him to get to third base, but Chris Taylor cannot check his swing and strikes out to end the top half of the 4th inning. Clayton Kershaw starts with a walk to the leadoff man George Springer and gets Alex Bregman to fly out to left center field. We have a close play over at first base, seeing as Kershaw throws behind George Springer trying to pick him off, but Altuve gets a base hit to left field, putting George Springer in scoring position. We have a quick mound visit, and this may be an early indication that the Dodgers are a little suspicious of Houston. Correa shoots it down the line for a double, scoring 1, and he slides into second base on a very close play. It's a very tough pitch to hit, that inside fastball, but he stays behind it, keeping his hands inside, and he drives it down the line. The Dodgers will challenge, but they are ultimately unsuccessful. A huge 3-run home run from Yuli Gurriel ties this game at 4 apiece. Kershaw, who had been fantastic, gives up the lead. He would, however, get the next 2 batters to fly out to finish the 4th inning. The Astros bring in Colin McHugh, and he walks Cody Bellinger and Justin Turner to put 2 runners on with none out. The mound visit here could be to calm the reliever down and focus him in on the strike zone to try and get Kike for the first out. He delivers a curveball that misses up and in, but he gets the call. Yet another questionable strike 3 called by the home plate umpire. Kike was trying to avoid being hit by that pitch, but he gets K'd instead.
Bellinger.
Outside.
Strike 2. High fly ball into right. Back at the wall. It's gone. Bellinger with a 3-run home run.
And just like that, Cody Bellinger gives the Dodgers a 3-run lead, a picture-perfect swing for the Rookie of the Year as he silences the Houston crowd. Forsythe flies out and Puig takes another strike that he just can't believe. It's been a tough game for the Cuban star as he strikes out swinging through the fastball. Kershaw back out for the 6th, gets Gonzalez to fly out, McCann to strike out. Springer takes a pitch that he thought was ball 4, but he has to keep battling. He can't believe it. He fights off a few more, but eventually he's going to walk to first base. It's been a wild game so far, 7-4. Bregman sees 10 pitches, but he too walks to put the tying run in the batter's box. So the Dodgers decide to pull Clayton Kershaw after 93 pitches. He can't get through 5 innings and gives us our annual sad Clayton Kershaw playoff bench picture. Kenta Maeda is chosen to try and get the last out. Kershaw looks on in anticipation, and with a full count, Altuve goes deep, but it's foul. He's just early on the pitch and he'll see another.
Open stance, waits. Another 3-2 and a high fly ball. Deep left center field. At the wall. Tie game. Unbelievable. Altuve.
Big fly for the MVP, Jose Altuve. He ties this game 7-7, and Joe Buck is right. It's unbelievable. Carlos Correa almost gets hit, but he chops it to third base, hustles down the line for a close play, but the throw carries up the baseline, and it's a tough play for the left-handed Cody Bellinger at first. The ball ends up in the stands, putting Correa at second base. They award him a hit, and the error moves him over into scoring position. Wouldn't matter though, as Yuli Gurriel grounds to shortstop to end the 5th inning. The 6th gets underway with McHugh striking out Taylor, walking Jock Peterson, and after a flyout, he ends the inning striking out Corey Seager, and I've lost count of the amount of disputed strikes in this game, but the hitters are not happy with home plate umpire Bill Miller. Maeda is back out in the bottom half. He strikes out single J Reddick, walks Evan Gattis, and that's it for his night. Dave Roberts wants the lefty Tony Watson, who gets Marwin Gonzalez to fly out, and he gets McCann to ground out. Notice the hustle on Cody Bellinger on this next play here. He dives for it, realizes it gets past him, hustles back to the bag immediately, and is there for the out. That's how you play first base, folks.
In the air to right center, Reddick back on the run. This ball is off the top of the wall. And Turner's got a double to start the 7th.
Justin Turner hits a ball off the top of the wall, missing a home run by a matter of inches to start the 7th inning. Kike Hernandez wants to bunt really badly, showing it 4 times in a row, gets it down, but they fire it to third base, getting Justin Turner. Great communication leads to the out for the Astros. Now with a ground ball double play, you're out of this inning.
Into center, Springer. That's past him into the wall. Kike Hernandez will come all the way around. Digging for third is Bellinger. They scored a triple.
A rare and costly misplay from George Springer results in the triple, and the Dodgers lead again. Forsythe strikes out looking, and he disagrees. Yet another one for the umpire's scorecard perhaps, but this one just looks like a nasty pitch in a great location. Puig then flies out to move to the bottom of the 7th. Houston is down by 1. It's Brandon Morrow's turn. He's pitched in every World Series game so far this year, and with the first pitch he throws, tie game.
High fly ball, goodbye. One pitch to Springer and we're tied again.
And the Springer dinger on the first pitch ties the game. George does not miss. When you make a mistake and throw a fastball down the middle, he's going to make you pay. Bregman takes the next pitch into center field for a single. He almost gets picked off at first base. That's a really close play. He's safe just by a hair. Altuve is going to take the very next pitch, and he's going to hit it into the gap and give the Astros their very first lead of this game. Bregman's going to score all the way from first, and the Astros have some life. A wild pitch to Correa moves Altuve over to third, and the very next pitch to Correa, he hits it high, he hits it deep, and Carlos Correa puts every ounce of power he has into that swing, and then he puts every ounce of joy into that celebration. Take a look at these jumps. Woo, look at that height. He's fired up. Brandon Morrow is only going to throw 6 pitches, giving the tough task of getting through this inning to Tony Cingrani, who gets the job done, K-ing Yuli Gurriel and single J. Reddick, then gets Evan Gattis to fly out to right as we head to the 8th inning. Dodgers down by 3. The wild game keeps on going top 8, and Harrison Barnes shockingly disagrees with possibly the 1,000,000th disputed call of the night. He thinks it's down below the knees, but wow, is that ever close. Woo! Jock Peterson then doubles off the big wall and left, getting in scoring position with 1 out. Left fielder Marwin Gonzalez may have had a chance at getting an out if he, instead of jumping for a ball that was 10 feet over his head, tried to play it off the wall. Peacock then hits the next batter, Taylor putting 2 on, and we will see Will Harris for the Astros, who just needs somebody to get out. But Seager doubles, scoring 1 and leaving the tying run on second base with 1 out. Justin Turner hits 1 in the air, but Reddick, in right, keeps Taylor at third with a good throw, which ends the night for Will Harris. After 4 pitches, in comes Chris Davinsky to try and get pinch hitter Andre Ethier for the last out of the inning. Ethier grounds out to Yuli Gurriel, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. Pinch hitter Andre Ethier stays in the game, moving Jock Peterson over to center field and Chris Taylor over to second base. Marwin Gonzalez flies out to left field, and next we see Brian McCann.
Pitcher of record for the Dodgers. Here's one into right. Back at the wall. It is another home run. McCann. A 5-homer night for the Houston Astros.
Cingrani is out and Ross Stripling comes in. George Springer reaches base for the 4th straight time, but Alex Bregman grounds into the inning-ending double play. Now we head to the 9th inning of this crazy Game 5. Bellinger starts the 9th with a walk, but Forsythe follows it up with a swinging strikeout on a dirty changeup. The Astros are 2 outs away from winning this game and taking a commanding 3-2 series lead. After taking the very same changeup with 2 strikes, Puig hits a ball that to this day I have no idea how he hit it out of the yard.
It's gone. It is a 1-run game.
Out in front of him. This is how strong you've got to be to do this. One hand. Enough of his weight, enough of the power stayed back as the top hand comes off.
Now we have a one-run game. Harrison Barnes hits the ball to center field, and he's going to risk it all by trying for second base, and he slides in just ahead of the tag.
As Barnes got in.
Peterson is going to move the runner over, but there's now 2 outs, and the Dodgers are down to their final hope.
Taylor ties it! 12-12!
Chris Taylor singles up the middle to give this game its 4th tied score since 0-0. This game was tied at 4, 7, and now 12 heading into the bottom of the 9th. MVP Jose Altuve is set to face reliever of the year Kenley Jansen, and he is going to fly out to center field for the first out. Next batter, Carlos Correa pops up in foul territory, and Cody Bellinger makes a great catch at the netting to steal out number 2 away from the Astros. That's a great play right there. Now, Gurriel is going to hit a 2-out double, putting the winning run in scoring position. The Astros are going to then pinch run for him, and Reddick is unable to cash him in, flying out to center, sending this game to extra innings. Houston makes some changes defensively, trying everything they can to keep this game tied. As Turner lines out to Reddick, now in left field, Andre Ethier pushes the ball through the shift to reach with 1 out. Cody Bellinger gets under 1 to fly out to center. The Astros have only 2 pitchers left in their bullpen. They desperately need to get out of this now if they have any hope of having fresh arms for Game 6. The top half of the 10th comes to a scoreless end as Forsythe grounds out to shortstop, sending us to the bottom of the 10th. Evan Gattis starts us off with a grounder to third, 1 out.
Gonzalez.
Oh, Vince.
There's 1. Foul.
Yes, he did.
Struck him out for out number 2.
That's a nasty pitch from Kenley Jansen to get Marwin Gonzalez for the 2nd out. Dodgers just need 1 more out to get back on offense and give themselves a chance to win this game. With Springer sleeping on deck, Kenley Jansen needs to get Brian McCann out here.
2. Driven into right. Is it fair or foul? Foul.
Oh, no.
That hits McCann.
And he hits McCann with the pitch. That's going to bring up George Springer, who's reached safely all 4 opportunities this game. He's going to reach for a 5th time now. With 2 outs and 2 on, it's time for Alex Bregman.
Home. 2 on, 2 out. 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it. In time.
Doesn't take any time, gets that first pitch, and this is a close play here. At least the throw and the slide picking up.
Alex Bregman wins the game for the Astros. Walk-off single scores the winning run, and the Astros take a 3-2 series lead in the World Series. This World Series is not over though. We still have Game 6. George Springer goes deep and takes the lead for Houston. Now, the Dodgers fight back in this game. They go ahead and they take the lead in the bottom of the 6th, and they don't look back. The Dodgers take this game 3-1. We move to the greatest 2 words in all of sports, Game 7. The Houston Astros take an early lead in this game, and it is pretty smooth sailing from there. George Springer goes deep yet again again. He is the definitive World Series MVP. He went crazy in this series. I think he hit 5 home runs. That ties him for the Major League record in a single World Series with Chase Utley and Reggie Jackson. I don't know if you guys know, but those are some pretty big names.
Right side into the shift to his left. Altuve has it in short right.
On to first, and the Houston Astros,
World Series champions. Who would have ever believed?
For the first time in franchise history.
Tuvieron que esperar 56 años para levantar el trofeo de octubre.
the relievers are racing in from the bullpen, and the Astros have done it.
The Astros are World Series champions for the first time in franchise history as they defeat the Dodgers 5-1 in Game 7.